Hello everyone, welcome to an algebra video tutorial. We're going to be learning about the quotient property but applying it to some examples and simplifying a couple expressions down. So here I've got 10x to the fifth power divided by 2x to the third, and I'm going to simplify this using an expanded form and using what I know about division and exponents. So on the top, let's rewrite it. I've got 10x to the fifth, so I've got 10, and that's being multiplied by x to the fifth. Now on the bottom, I have 2, but that's being multiplied by x to the third. So you can see I'm separating out the number part from the variable part, and I'm actually going to rewrite the whole thing separately now. I'm going to rewrite it as 10 over 2 times x to the fifth over x to the third. And I'm sort of breaking up the multiplication. Usually when we take two fractions, we multiply the numerator together, we multiply the denominators together to get my result. I'm just doing the opposite. I'm factoring the numerators and denominators apart to get a real part and a variable part. But it helps me work through and tackle each part of this simplification process separately. So let's start with 10 divided by 2. This one's pretty easy. 10 divided by 2. 2 goes into 10 5 times, so it's going to equal 5. Now on the other part right here, I've got x to the fifth divided by x to the third. I know from my exponent properties that if I have the same base, both of them are x's, and my exponents I can subtract if it's a division problem. 5x's on the top, 3x's on the bottom. Some of the x's are going to divide out to make 1. So I end up with x to the fifth power, but I'm going to subtract the 3x's from the bottom that are dividing out. So I'm left with 5x squared. 5 minus 3 is 2. So there you go. We just simplified all of this. 10x to the fifth, 2x to the third into 5x squared. This is nicer, this is smaller, this is easier to work with, to both evaluate the expression or to use this expression to do other stuff with it. Let's take a look at another problem here. So on this one, I've got negative 6 halves. I'm going to go ahead and just separate it out. So negative 6 halves times, now to deal with my a variables, I've got a to the fourth divided by a squared. That is multiplying by b to the ninth over b. So there you go, same problem, just expanded out a little bit and easier to focus on what I need to do. Negative 6 over 2, that just simplifies to negative 3. A to the fourth divided by a squared. Well, 4 minus 2 leaves a squared. 4 minus 2 is 2. And then with the b's, this is b to the first power on the bottom. So b to the ninth divided by 1b leaves 8 b's left. So b to the eighth. So there's my final answer down there. Negative 3 times a squared times b to the eighth. Now in all of these, I used the idea, the quotient property. Remember the quotient property says if you have the same base and different exponents, and if you're dividing them, so b to the m power divided by b to the nth power, you subtract your exponents. So that's what I did in the context of simplifying these expressions down. So hopefully this is helpful for you as you're learning about simplifying, working with, and just getting really comfortable with exponents and how to use exponents in the context of algebraic expressions.